Hi guys, so this is kind of awkward, but it's whatever. I'm sure my group is doing a great job, or they're about to do a great job, and I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but I am going to tell you a little bit about the two cases I researched regarding child neglect and maltreatment. The first one that I researched took place in China, so excuse me if I completely butcher the name, but Li Jishun was found guilty of molesting or raping 26 girls between the ages of 4 and 11 from 2011 to 2012. It took place at a boarding school where he worked and the girls attended. He was sentenced to death, and the state news agency said that he had been handed the most severe punishment because of the lifelong harm brought upon the children. And basically he took advantage of these girls and their shyness and their timidness. He utilized his authority and the fact that they were afraid and they had no one to go to because they were at this boarding school while their parents worked in the cities. So he had complete control over these girls, and he just took advantage of that. I was trying so hard to come up with a theory for this one, and one that we talked about in class was social disorganization theory, and that basically states that the location is as significant as or more significant than the person's individual characteristics. And the way I related this was he was at this boarding school with these girls all alone. They had no one there to protect them or anything, and they said the assault that he inflicted upon them took place either in classrooms, dormitories, or even out in the forest behind the school. So he had complete control over these girls and they could do nothing, and he utilized that space and the location. So I may have been way off with that theory, but that's the best that I come up with for that one. The second case that I looked at took place in the US, and it took place in Kentucky. There were 6 kids that were beaten on a daily basis by their aunt. She would come home and there would be a cloth on the bathroom floor, and she would beat them over it. Just simple things like that. She would beat them with hammers, the end of a rifle, an electrical cord, and she would even push them down the stairs. Those were all in the police report. And the neighbors even reported that they never saw the kids outside except for if they were doing yard work or to get on and off the school bus. 4 of the kids were not hers though. 2 of them were hers. The other 4 were nieces and nephews, and their mother had passed away, so they had been placed in the care of their aunt. And the 2 kids that were hers stated that before she had custody of the other 4 kids, she wasn't always abusive like that. So that just makes you wonder, like, did having these 4 more kids put it over the top for her? Like, did things just get crazy and out of hand? The best that I could relate with this one was the social learning theory, which is that basically you learn by observing others, and you just take in everything they're doing and you almost mimic them. And that just makes me think, like, these 6 kids, they watch this stuff go on every single day. Are they going to grow up and think that, you know, this is all okay, this abuse is alright, this neglect and this maltreatment is just what should be going on? So part of me believes that, but then the other part of me is like, maybe not, because the 4 older kids were the ones that reported this abuse to the police station. They finally said, you know, enough is enough, and they walked down, the oldest being 12, mind you, walked down and reported this themselves. And so